apples. Everyone likes them. Some of us don't like to share them. I do. One of my favourite ways to share our apples is by making a nice, juicy, nutty apple
Very
pie.
nice. I'll bring you another one later, okay?
First, I make the pie pastry. The flour goes into a bowl together with a good pinch of salt and the butter. I rub the butter into the flour until it's all crumbly. Then I add just enough water to turn it into a smooth ball of pastry. I butter the pie dish. I like using the dishes where the sides can be taken off after baking. That makes it so much easier to serve the slices of pie. I roll a bit more than half of the pastry out on a bit of flour. And use the pie dish as a template to cut out the bottom piece. Then I build up the sides by rolling the pastry into sausages and shaping them in the dish. The sides should be quite high as it will be a deep apple pie with lots of filling. The second ball of pastry gets turned into the pie top. And I put it on a buttered plate. Then the pastry goes into the fridge for about an hour. In the meantime, let's go and pick the apples.
Somebody's been there before me, but that's still good enough. Only need a kilo. So let's pick the ones that want to come off. Leave the other ones on a bit longer. They all want to come off, really.
These are Bramleys, an excellent cooking apple.
Oh, yeah.
This might be the best harvest we've had so far, and we had this tree for 12 years.
Come on then, let's peel them and cut them up.
I peel the apples, then quarter them and take the cores out. Then I cube them into thumbnail-sized pieces. Next, I mix in some lemon juice. This stops the apples from turning brown. I mix in some sugar. How much depends on how sour the apples are or how sweet you want your pie to be. And some raisins if you like. These are our own hazelnuts from our cobnut trees. This year we picked them before the birds and rats could get at them.
Yep.
But they are not fully ripe yet, so I leave them to ripen near the stove for the next pie. And use shop-bought hazelnuts for this pie. They are okay too. Then in goes some corn flour to thicken the juices and some cinnamon for taste. Better check on the hens quick for the next step.
Yes, guys. Morning. Morning. Ah. Okay. Thank you, guys.
I separate the egg white and yolk and brush the pastry bottom and sides with egg white so that they don't go soggy. Then the mix goes in. Don't worry if it looks very full. The mixture will settle a lot in the oven. I put the lid on and press down the sides. And I have a small piece of pastry left from earlier, so I use it to make a small rim around the sides, and I use a butter knife to press a pattern into it. Then I cut a few slits into the lid with a sharp knife, so that any steam can escape when baking, or the pastry might buckle. Brush some egg yolk on the lid if you want a nice golden finish, and sprinkle some sugar on top. Ready to go into the oven for about an hour.
Ooh, that looks lovely. Well done. Right then, let's see.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Ooh.
We're having apple pie today, Tim.
Yes, Sandra, I can see that. It looks great.
The only thing you're not allowed to say is nom nom nom.
I'm not allowed to say no num num.
It's on too many of our other videos.
Delicious when it's still a bit warm with a bit of cream.
And there you go. Still warm. Tasty.
Num num num.